Well, thank you. Alliance Defending Freedom is an international legal alliance dedicated to preserving the right to hear and speak the truth with a capital T. I lead the church team at Alliance Defending Freedom, and it's a focused group of attorneys, and including over 2,500 allied attorneys across the country, attorneys whose sole dedicated purpose is to represent pastors and churches free of charge and to keep the door open for the spread of the gospel. That's what we do every day. And we operate on some simple propositions. Every pastor should be free to speak from the pulpit without fearing government intimidation, censorship, or punishment. And that's why we were so privileged to represent the 5 pastors who were subpoenaed by the mayor. These subpoenas were unprecedented. It was an unprecedented attack on religious liberty that we saw here in the city of Houston. But what was amazing is the unprecedented response that we saw from the Christian community across the country as this became known. These subpoenas, though, are just one front in a rapidly developing conflict. And the philosophy underlying this conflict is that sexual liberty trumps everything, including religious liberty. This philosophy is why the mayor and the city attorney threw out thousands of valid signatures and won't let the people of the city of Houston vote. This philosophy is behind the New Mexico Supreme Court, who told our photographer client who refused to photograph a same-sex commitment ceremony that the compromise of her religious beliefs is, quote, the price of citizenship. This philosophy is why federal judges across the country are disregarding the will of millions of voters and striking down validly enacted marriage amendments, state constitutional amendments enacted by the people. And this philosophy is why we at Alliance Defending Freedom find ourselves representing now, just recently, 2 Idaho pastors who are threatened with criminal fines and penalties for refusing to officiate at a same-sex ceremony. This is something that they said would never happen. Oh, we'll never coerce pastors to officiate same-sex ceremonies. That day has come. And we are representing those pastors to protect their right to be free. We live in a day and time where government increasingly believes that it can trump religious liberty in the name of sexual liberty. And you are here today, and I am here, and Alliance Defending Freedom and all of our attorneys across the country are here to stand and fight in this day. And there can be no retreat. There can be no surrender. But it is not a time for discouragement. It's a time for hope. And I know as the 5 subpoenaed pastors stood up here on the stage, you saw in their faces, faces of hope. And you saw in the face of Sweet Cakes by Melissa and the other clients that Alliance Defending Freedom represents, faces of hope, because we can stand and we will stand. But church, it's time to get to work. We have work to do. And that's why we created a new resource at Alliance Defending Freedom. It's called Protecting Your Ministry from Sexual Orientation, Gender Identity Lawsuits. If you are a pastor, if you're a Christian organization, if you're a Christian school, you need to get this resource. If you're here, go to the booth in the back of the table or the back of the sanctuary and sign up for the free resource. If you're listening, you can go to alliancedefendingfreedom.org/church. Very simple. This is a free resource. It gives you proactive steps that you can take to prepare yourself for the attacks that are coming and will come. Our client, Baronelle Stutzman of Arlene Flowers, who is literally facing the loss of her house and her employment and her business, just like Melissa was, spoke to a group at the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission convention last week, and she said, "Today it is me, tomorrow it will be you." It's time that we get to work, but it's time that we work with hope and that we stand on our constitutional freedoms. I want to direct your attention to the screens for another short video of another one of Alliance Defending Freedom's clients that is facing attack. And even though it may cost something, see the hope in this video as well.